Hi, I'm Fredo, and today we're talking about the value of utilizing expertise, which is an application of the no thinking concept. I want to share with you how I learned to make my life much more simpler and more enjoyable despite the many challenges I faced as a youth. You know, growing up for me personally was difficult. I often felt alone and that there was no one there to help me. For a portion of my life, I lived in a single parent home with no male figure to mentor me. I was surrounded by all girls with one boy cousin to relate to. And at the time, I remember being raised to be watchful at all times, never letting strangers too close because they can take advantage of you at any time. I remember there was a time that we were super poor and had no resources. We had to shop at thrift stores and walk a mile pushing a cart to and from the store each week. And I even had to start working at age 14, cleaning daycares for $120 a month. And so all this kind of affected me because it caused me to develop a hard shell that acted as a barrier between me and the outside world. And whenever I had problems, I conditioned myself to never reach out and ask for help. Instead, I would just figure it out on my own and muscle my way to the solution, never considering efficiency, pain, or other people I felt were in my way. And so as I reflected on how this impacted my childhood, I can remember, in school when I was stuck on homework, I didn't ask the teacher for help. I would just spend extra hours figuring it out. And this was back in the day with no internet or Google tricks to help me. When I had relationship problems with siblings or girls I was interested in, I just attempted to solve it on my own. Or when a project was due, I didn't want anyone to help me with it. And for this reason, life was tougher on me, and I became really stressed and like an angry person. And when I would meet people who I felt had easy lives because they came from wealth or had a ton of people helping them with everything, it would really bother me because I felt like they didn't earn their success and they were just cheating their way through life. I didn't see the genius in the help that they were seeking at the time. And so as I have looked back on my past, I began to realize why I never asked for help or utilized expertise. It was either because I was afraid that people were out to get me, so I would be in their debt or something like that, or I was just afraid that I'd be bothering people. 2, I thought I knew everything because I felt like I practically raised myself, so when someone would try to help me, I ignored them because I thought they were dumb. I had all the answers anyways. Or I was just flat out too prideful because in a way at the time, I felt my culture was teaching me that help was really kind of a form of weakness. And to be successful, you need to know how to figure it all out on your own. You need to be the one to make it happen. You cannot rely on others. And so this way of living, of not asking for help, it continued throughout high school, military service, and even into college. And so you can imagine efficiency and happiness was low, and pain was high. But it wasn't until my junior year of college that I took this logic and leadership course that exposed me to the idea that in reality, I didn't know anything. Now this really stunned me. And then they actually exposed me to the most valuable life lesson that totally changed my life for the better. Forever, really. And so today, I'm going to teach it to you. Are you ready? Get your pen and paper out. Here we go. They taught me that I can know almost everything without knowing almost anything. Now that's a tongue twister. Pretty cool, huh? Let me show you how this works. Okay, so check this out. This is about as close as magic as it gets, but this is for real. So if we take information and put it on a scale from 0% all the way to 100%. 100% being a butterfly flaps its wings down in the Amazon rainforest, and we know the impact of the atmosphere in this very room right now. So, if that's 100% of information, how much do we really know? Well, you guessed right, we know nothing. This is where the stress comes in, because there's so much that we don't know, and it becomes very difficult for us to solve problems. But there are people who know a lot about a specific area of life. These people we call experts. And as we utilize the experts in our life for everything that we don't know, suddenly it's like we know almost everything without knowing anything. And it's that simple. Now, when we're talking about the application of no thinking, one of the best ways to minimize thinking is to go find an expert when you don't know. Utilizing expertise or asking for help makes it so that you don't have to know a lot, because you can just go and find the information now. And I found that this is the practice of people who are more intelligent and successful. They no longer put value on the amount of information they know, but who they know. Because success in reality, I have found, is not accomplished alone. So when I heard this idea at 25, I was stunned. How can I be so foolish when I was younger? I worked so hard all alone, and it caused me more pain and effort. I realized how genius those people were I thought were cheating their way through life. Because of this, at that moment, I made a change in my life. I began utilizing expertise for everything. When I wanted to learn about life, I went to my mentor, Dr. Jacob. When I wanted to learn how to be more efficient, I went to my friend Isaac. And when I wanted to land a really, really good joke, I went to my good pal Jake. And as I've reflected back, to my childhood, I realized that all the help I needed was actually around me the whole time. The issue was that I was incapable of seeing it. And so I realized that the pain I experienced throughout my life was actually caused by me. My teachers were always there to help me with my homework if I put forth the effort. My dad was a successful businessman, and he was there to mentor me if I was willing to learn from him. And my mom was there to help me see value in other people and how they can help make my life easier, but I refused to listen to her and take action. And so after all this, I realized I had to forgive myself for not being more capable, because in reality, I was just doing the best that I could. But I can tell you, as I look at my growth and understanding from age 14 to today, because I have made the choice to make a change in my life and start applying this concept of utilizing expertise or asking for help, today, my life is amazing. I think so much less. I'm more efficient. I'm less confused. I have higher performance. And I enjoy life just so much more. And this is really what I want for all of you watching this video. I want you to live the happiest life possible. And I know you can do it. Make the changes you need today to make your tomorrow better. And remember the old saying, what doesn't change remains the same. If you enjoyed this video, do me a favor and hit the thumbs up below. And if you want to continue to get premium leadership content, subscribe to the Leadership Society of Arizona.